with the Omnibroslive guys and Darkhawk. Whoops. There he is. Darkhawk on the root beer. I'm not bowing to this guy. I'm not letting him control my life. He's staying right where he belongs, on top of the root beer bottle. So I'm perching him right here where he can be seen. So there you go. Oh, by the way, I'm Omnidog from Omnidog's Vault. And right next to me, this way, is from Comics Guide 101, Lou. How's it going, Lou?
Hey, how's it going, man? It is, it's nice over here in Florida, actually. It's not too bad today.
Oh, it's only 100 here, and I'm not even exaggerating. It is 100.
Yeah, it'll get that high for us. Usually the feeling temperature is usually about 114 during the middle of the summers. It gets really bad.
Yeah, we are in the midst of a brutal heat wave. With humidity, the heat index is like 115.
Oh my God.
So guess where Omnidog's staying?
In the basement.
The basement, right here. Right here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm staying right in the basement, putting on music, reading comic books, and maybe watching some baseball, doing exactly what you're supposed to do when it's hot outside. Be a nerd.
Damn right. 67 degrees, Nick. I hate you so much right now. That sounds so good.
Yeah, that does sound good. You know what else sounds good? The prices at InStockTrades.com. Our friends who sponsor the show, IST, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. There's every quarter an Omnibroslive discount code. Order $50 or more in an order, you get free shipping with that. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
So before Gio kind of gets in here and we really kind of do a deep dive into all the good stuff that happened this weekend at San Diego Comic-Con, why don't you tell us real quick about some of the solicitations that will be popping up soon on our sponsor website, In Stock Trades.
That's right. The Hachette catalog came out yesterday, and 3 big Omnis came out from Marvel from the Hachette catalog. First, Astonishing X-Men. Joss Whedon is getting reprinted.
Big deal. That's what a lot of fans have wanted. A lot of fans have been clamoring for that for a very long time.
Yeah. Second, possibly the most wanted, I would say, since Annihilation got reprinted, one of the most wanted is Uncanny X-Force. That's getting reprinted. That people have been begging for that to be reprinted ever since I think I got into the Omni group in 2015. So that's been a long time.
My personal favorite X-Men run.
Sorry?
My personal favorite X-Men run.
Yeah, me too. That's one of the first X-related titles I ever read, and I loved it. And Claremont Miller Wolverine, the big, huge Wolverine book, that also is getting a reprint. And that is a big deal because hardly any Wolverine books, the only Wolverine book in print right now is the second part. I mean, I think it's Wolverine Goes to Hell. All the other Wolverine books are out of print as far as Omnibuy go. And so that's really important for a really important book like that to be in print. So that's good.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of interesting, like you say. Like, what was it that all the other Wolverine books are in print or not in print?
Are not in print.
You would think that Wolverine,
yeah,
they would keep that stuff in print because Wolverine is such a huge draw for Marvel in books and movies and pretty much everything.
I think there's some people that would say he's Marvel's most popular character, and for him to not have anything in collected format like that is just not a good business decision. And and there's half of Geo. There he is.
Hey, everybody.
Geo!
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, Weapon X is in print, but a lot of people don't consider that a Wolverine book for some reason.
It's not. I would say that's more of a standard team up book for the X-Men.
Yeah. Christopher Bando, what books are getting reprinted? Okay. Astonishing X-Men Omni, Uncanny X-Force Omni, and Wolverine by Claremont Miller Omni. Those books are getting reprinted.
Yes.
And so like that. I guess I could.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
now I'm getting squeezed. You can't see Darkhawk's.
Oh, he's still there?
He's still there.
Oh, wow. Okay, you're tempting fate, my friend. Cool.
That's right. I'm spitting in Darkhawk's face. He's
Live
sitting
bold.
on a root beer bottle.
Live bold, live dangerously. I like it.
Geo gets stuck with the StreamYard logo. Yep. Jess, can you do the Brady Bunch layout? Let's see.
Yeah, how was that layout last time? I like that one more. Oh, no, not that one.
There
That
you
one?
go.
That's the one I like.
Oh, you like that one? Okay, we can do that one. It sure gives a better picture of all of us. I mean, a better layout. Sure, that's fine.
The Hollywood Squares one.
The Hollywood Squares one.
But yeah, I mean, good news. A lot of you out there have been clamoring for it, and you know, it seems like they finally listened. You're going to get your Uncanny X-Force reprint. You're going to get your Whedon X-Men Omnibus, and for those of you out there, you're going to get a Wolvie Omnibus too that's been out of print. So a lot of reprints, which is good.
Everything is getting reprinted.
Yeah.
If I were you, and it's pure speculation on my part, but if I were you and I had my eye on that Silver Surfer reprint, I would keep my money in my pocket.
Yeah.
Within the next year, I bet Silver Surfer gets reprinted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that's next on the list, and I do not have any info from Omar on that one. He and I guarantee you, have not talked about that, but I bet that would be the next one to fall. I do not have any info from Omar on that. He's very tight-lipped about that kind of stuff, and I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
But now with Uncanny and Astonishing and Wolverine going, I mean, they are dishing out the classics now, and I think it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And with the recent announcements over the weekend, I wouldn't be surprised if in a few years we get a Hickman FF Omnibus reprint.
Yeah, totally.
Gabe said Hickman didn't even know Fantastic Four 1 was out of print.
Yeah.
When he talked to him at San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jess omnipotent with the StreamYard? Can you show Gabe in the hotel shower at SDCC? I can, but I don't think I will.
Yeah.
No one wants to see that except you.
Exactly. Let's leave that there.
Oh man.
But I'm excited about Uncanny X-Force because I for the longest time I've been wanting to get that book, and I just forgot about it. You know, I said, "Oh, that's always going to be impossible to get," but apparently not now.
Yeah, that's really great.
Mm-hmm.
Have you never read it, Gio?
I've only read 10 or 12 issues out of that.
Oh my god, man!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, such a great book. That's a book I could reread like once every 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
I think I stopped at the Deathlock part.
Yeah, it gets so much better from there.
Okay, well, I've only read up to that part.
Yeah, no, it gets a lot better, and then you get to the I think it's Otherworld, or whatever, something arc, and the arc takes a dive. It gets pretty bad, and then it bounces back real quick, and it's great again. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But this week was San Diego Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
Who here has ever been to San Diego Comic-Con? Nobody? Nobody? Jess?
1975.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back when it was a bunch of comic books. There was nothing but comic books and floppies at that. Just rows upon rows of comic books. And when I could have bought Amazing Spider-Man #1 for $100 in 9.4 condition, and said, no, I think I'll just get Action Comics 200 for 50 cents.
This will never be worth anything.
I don't like Spider-Man. I like Superman.
When you go back in time right now, you'd kick that kid in the head.
Oh, I'd smack him. Fantastic Four, no, they just fight the Mole Man. I'd rather see Brainiac and Lex Luthor. Jiminy Crickets.
But yeah, we got a whole slew of announcements. Let's just dive into it, because if not, we're going to be here all day.
Yeah. How are you going to pick?
I just put a bunch of windows open, and I have a lot of windows open.
Okay.
Let's just go with the most obvious. The biggest thing is the Marvel slate for Phase 4. We're going to run through these pretty quick, because we could literally be here for an entire episode just going through everything one by one, and that would take forever. Okay, so Phase 4, the Marvel had their annual Hall H announcement, which is like a huge rally of like Marvel fans and stuff like that. It's kind of like a Trump rally, only less racist. And they announced a few things. The Phase 4 slate for the Marvel unveiled include the following: Black Widow, which we knew about that was coming, and that they give us release dates for all this stuff. May 1st, 2020. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, fall 2020. And the big thing about this is that they brought back, what was it, Gio?
Blade, right?
No, Baron Zemo. We're gonna get to Blade.
Oh, sorry, I'm all over the place. Yeah, Baron Zemo. Sorry.
Yeah. So they brought back Baron Zemo. He's gonna be coming back, and apparently he's playing a huge role in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I'm looking forward to that. Apparently, also Black Widow takes place after Civil War, but before Endgame. Is that the timeline that they said, or something like that? I heard it's like in the middle of that 5-year gap of Endgame is what I've heard.
Oh, okay, good. That makes sense.
So yeah, it does make sense, but again, it's starting to get kind of wishy-washy with the timeline and stuff like that. Let's see.
Oh, you in the timeline.
Hey, they're committed to this shit. The Eternals, November 6th, 2020. That is a stacked cast. It's got Angelina Jolie, Sandra Bullock, Kamal Nanjiani. I forgot his name. He's blowing up right now. He's really coming into his own right now. And then the next one that I was really psyched about was Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. February 12th, 2021, which is obviously a reference to the Mandarin. They brought out the actor who's going to be Shang-Chi. They brought out the actor who's going to be the Mandarin, and they brought out the director. I am all hyped for this. I cannot wait to see Shang-Chi kick ass. They got the guy from Kim's Convenience, which is a Netflix show that's freaking hilarious. If you get a chance, you can check it out. He's playing Shang-Chi. It's a really heartfelt show. What else? I hate this name.
WandaVision.
WandaVision.
I knew it. Everybody hates that name.
I hate that name. That's coming out spring 2021. I am not a fan of this. Apparently, they showed some footage where it was like a static TV screen. It was like in the 1950s, and it's apparently they said it's going to get really weird. My theory on this, is Wanda is going to use the like holographic technology that Stark has, and she's going to get like trapped inside of it or something like that, using her powers or something like that, and she's going to want to stay there because that's how she's going to be able to spend time with Vision.
Makes sense.
That's my theory. And the thing is, it has to end with her. No, it doesn't have to, but it kind of has to end with her not being with Vision anymore because of the following film that's going to come out, which is the Doctor Strange film. She's attached to the Doctor Strange film, so she's going to have to go out on her own in some way, shape, or form. So, which brings me to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which that is my favorite title out of all of these announced today, I love this title. The
That's such
Multiverse
a
of
weird
Madness
name.
sounds so awesome.
Yeah.
It is. It's a weird name, but it's a not Hitchcock. Oh my god, it's a Lovecraft reference.
Mhm.
At the Mountains of Madness is a Lovecraft reference. They brought out the director Scott Derrickson, and Scott Derrickson said this is going to be our first quote unquote horror film, which Kevin Feige then clarified is still going to be PG-13. So I was like, oh, okay. But they can do a lot with PG-13 horror. Jess can attest to that because he saw The Conjuring a few weeks ago, and that was pretty effective.
Yeah.
PG-13. So you can get away with a lot with that. I am really psyched for that one, though. The next one that we have Loki, Spring 2021, which is the not Netflix, the Disney Plus show, which the minute that Gio and I saw that, we both had the same reaction for that logo, which it looks horrible.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
Really, but whatever.
It looked like Minions did it.
No, do you remember? Gio probably remember this. Do you remember KidPix or whatever it was, that program that you used to be able to like put letters and stuff together?
I remember that. My daughter did stuff like that.
It looked like somebody. Yeah, it looks like somebody used KidPix to put the logo.
What the hell is KidPix? Hold on.
Yeah, I remember that.
KidPix.
Now, how's the Darkhawk movie coming along, Lou?
Nothing confirmed yet, but my inside sources are saying it's going to happen sometime.
I still think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will have a Darkhawk reference or cameo. I'm counting.
You really think so? You think so?
Oh, you think so?
Sure. Why not? I mean, they've already referenced old school Guardians and new characters. Why not? Why not throw him in there? He's pretty famous for the cosmic crowd. Or 90s kids, actually.
I think I made him more famous Thursday night than he's ever been.
Oh, KidPix.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Yeah, I know. I never used it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've seen this.
Darkhawk, Worlds in Ink says Darkhawk Blackout 2121.
Yeah.
We will get a dupe film before we get a Darkhawk
movie. A dupe film. Dupe.
Dupe will get his own solo live action film before a Darkhawk movie.
Yeah.
After that, we've got the What If series on summer 2021.
Now, is that animated?
That's animated. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Which out of all of them, this is kind of the one that I'm kind of the least. I'm okay. I could take it or leave it. It sounds like a cool concept. It's for those of you that don't remember, What If comics are basically they're their version of their Elseworlds, where let's take a twist, one thing changes, and we tell the story from there. Usually they end pretty tragically, and they're pretty fucking sad. Yeah. So, like for example, in one issue, instead of Steve Rogers taking the super soldier serum, it's Peggy Carter. She becomes Captain America, woman, whatever you guys want to call it nowadays. I'm going to offend somebody by saying that.
Capitana Americana.
Captain Americana. No, that would be the Spanish one. Captain Americana.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
After that, we've got Hawkeye. And they've confirmed it's going to be Hawkeye with Kate Bishop, and Matt Fraction's just happy he can pay his electric bill for another 6 months. And it looks a lot. The logo looks a lot like the Hawkeye series from Matt Fraction. I just don't see how they're going to be able to nail the same tone, because in that series, Hawkeye's kind of like just this bachelor, and it's really just a slice of life story following him. So it's going to be interesting. That's going to be fun. And this is okay. So when they announced this, I love this. There's not one thing I don't love about this. So the next film that I am the most excited for out of all of these is Thor: Love and Thunder. The logo of this looks like the He-Man logo and the Thundercats logo made love, and that is what you get out of it. It is fantastic. I cannot fucking wait for this thing.
If Ragnarok had synth vibes, this has like glam and power metal combined, and it's going to be glorious.
Oh, it's gonna be! Dude, I am so excited for this. And the thing is, Taika Waititi, he announced it, and the main theme of the film is Dio's "Rainbow in the Dark," which is just fucking perfect. Like he nailed the song choice. I love Dio, And when you think metal, for me, Dio is one of the holy trinity.
Yeah.
I perfect, just perfect song, perfect choice. And the real big thing about this is that they announced that there will be a female Thor in it, and Natalie Portman is coming back to reprise her role.
I think that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I do too. Yes, I am super excited about it. I'm all in for female Thor. I cannot wait, man. I'm so excited for this. I'm curious. We mentioned this real quick. If they're gonna do God Bomb and they're gonna do the God Butcher arc.
I think he may be the villain, but like with Ragnarok, I think they're just going to condense everything into a different version, and it's going to be a little bit tonally different.
Yeah,
maybe that's what they're going for. But they said Mighty Thor run from Jason Aaron was a huge influence. So I'm thinking, you got to use the God Butcher stuff in some shape or form.
Yeah, it's the God Butcher is such a huge story for that. And what he sets up and everything, he has to be used in some capacity, I would think. The thing is with that arc, it's so big, and it literally spans millennia. Like it crosses different timelines and stuff like that. You've got 3 different Thors in it. They're gonna have to really truncate it to make it work, because this could easily be, if they wanted to stretch it out, that could have easily been 2 or 3 films.
Yeah. By the way, you mentioned Rainbow in the Dark. Asgard's no more. Rainbow Bridge is gone, so it makes sense. Rainbow in the Dark.
It does. No, the whole song fits perfectly. I love Taika Waititi for that, and this is the one that I'm the most excited for. I can't wait, man. I really can't. Especially
when's it supposed to be?
We are about 3 years.
November 2021, I think.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait till then.
Well. Plus, I'm interested in finding out what happened to Thor with the Guardians, because the Thor movie's coming out first instead of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So will it be after his team up or before?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
They've had to shuffle things around because of Disney's stupid decision to fire James Gunn and then re-bring him back. And so James Gunn was like, well, I'm fired. So he went to work for DC, and now he's doing Suicide Squad instead. We were supposed to get a Guardians movie next year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But they, stupid choices and everything.
They fumbled that.
Yeah, they dropped the ball on that one. After that, Feige made a surprise announcement at the end saying that he didn't have time to address where the Fantastic Four or the X-Men would end up in the franchise, but that one additional project will be announced. And then he brought Mahershala Ali out there, and everybody's like, "What? Why is he here?" Because he's known more in the Marvel universe more as Cottonmouth, from the Luke Cage show. And they handed out a bunch of Black Widow hats to the entire audience, and Feige was like, "Well, I know you've got like a certain hat for yourself." So Ali pulls out a hat, and it says Blade on it, and they cue the card on the stage, and everybody freaks the fuck out because they are doing a Blade film.
That is amazing. I love it. I mean, everything started with Blade, and now we're getting another Blade movie again.
I was excited about it until I realized there's no way they could do this rated R.
They could try. This could be the first one, maybe.
I don't know, man. I mean, look, I have a love for those Wesley Snipes Blade films. I think the first 2 still hold up really well. The CGI is a little bit on the first one, but the second one holds up really well, mostly because Del Toro did it and he used a lot of practical. I don't know about this. They'll make it work. Marvel's track record has been good so far, with the exception of one film that I won't name. That they haven't let me down yet, and I'm rooting for this. I think it could work. What do you think, Jess?
That guy's an amazing actor, and you get me. You get me an amazing actor in a vampire movie. It's cool with me.
Yep. Plus, you
I'm fine. I think it's awesome. I think it's going to be great. I don't care what it's rated. I think it's going to be slice and dice, and everything's going to be fun.
I think you have an opportunity to build a horror pocket universe, because the Doctor Strange movie is going to be going multiverse, and Nightmare's probably going to be in it, and a lot of horror concepts. Now you've got Blade. There's the Ghost Rider Hulu show that's coming out. You have a really golden opportunity to build something niche within the cinematic stuff. So I'm very excited about that.
Right. And that's I'm glad you brought that up, because that was one of the things that Feige said, that because of Doctor Strange, that they're going to start dipping into the horror side of things and the supernatural, that'll allow them to bring in Blade, which you never know. I mean, Blade could show up in a post-credit scene at the end of Doctor Strange or something like that. And
ooh, that'd be cool.
You know? Yeah, that would be cool. I would love to see that. The really interesting thing about the casting of Ali is he didn't even have to try out for the part. It was as easy as Ali called Marvel Studios and he said, "Hey, I would like to have a meeting with Kevin Feige," and Kevin responded with, "If an actor like Ali calls you and says he wants to have a meeting with you to be in one of your movies, you just say yes."
Yeah, really.
Ali walks into the room, sits down, and he just talks with him for 5 minutes, and he goes, "So, Blade." And Feige just said yes, 100%. That was how that conversation went, and Ali got the role. So I mean, like for me, he is pound for pound one of, if not the best actor that's working today.
Yeah,
he's great in everything he's done.
Yeah,
and I can't wait to see his interpretation of this.
Mm-hmm.
That is really awesome that he could just walk in there and just say Blade. You have made it. You have made it when that happens.
Yeah, because when you think about it, all these other actors, they went through rounds and rounds of tryouts. Like you hear all the stories of Robert Downey Jr. having to go back for 100 callbacks, and Chris Hemsworth, he was on the fence, and they weren't sure about Chris Pratt, and Ali's just like, "Yeah, I'll do it," and they gave it to him.
Yeah, those guys were all at different points in their career, though, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they were taking a huge chance on Robert Downey Jr. at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Downey Jr. now is different than Robert Downey Jr. then.
Oh yeah, he was Favreau had to vouch for him. He was a big drug guy, you know.
Yeah. He was a loose cannon back then.
Mm-hmm.
But things change, and he's crazy great.
Yeah. And that is pretty much it. You know, they hinted at a few things, but for the most part, that's our phase 4. That's what we're getting in the next few years, and I'm super excited for it. I was kind of not disappointed, but I was expecting another Black Panther movie. I thought they were going to rush that out real quick, but they're just holding out.
You meant to say Captain Marvel.
What?
It's Darkhawk. The sound's cutting off. But they did mention that Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2, and Fantastic Four are in early stages of development or whatever. So
I just heard a loud buzzing sound when you said after Black Panther 2.
But the buzz of a good movie.
I would like to see a Moon Knight movie. But that's pretty much it. Everybody lost their shit, and Marvel once again was great.
And now we're going to talk about the most important thing, and that is toys.
Oh, I didn't even bring up any toy stuff. Do you have any toy things?
That's all anybody cares about. The action figures.
Actually, the next thing I was going to bring out really applies to you. I was going to talk about the Harley Quinn trailer. What do you think?
That was way over the top violent, and I was really surprised at it. I'm not saying I won't watch it, but I was surprised at the dark and super violent tone of it. I'm still interested, but I was surprised at the tone of it.
I loved it simply because it looks like something you would want to watch at like midnight on Adult Swim or something like that. And it has that kooky humor, and it brought a lot of elements from the Palmiotti stuff. So I'm really excited to check that out.
Yeah, you know what I didn't pay attention to is where that is going to be.
The show?
Yeah.
In the DC app, the DC Universe.
DC app, okay.
Mm-hmm. So for those wondering, the app isn't going anywhere anytime soon. We've got Titan Season 2. We've got Doom Patrol Season 2. We've got Harley Quinn. So it is staying for a while. And the Warner Brothers app, it's going to be a separate thing, and they're not going to merge or anything. Although Doom Patrol is going to stream on both apps. So maybe that's them testing the waters.
Yeah. Doom Patrol will stream simultaneously on both apps. So if you have one or the other, they're gonna put it on there. I thought it would be a little bit more lighthearted in tone as far as the Harley Quinn trailer, just a bit more. Well, man, they are going for it, and I loved everything. She throat punches Aquaman in the trailer.
I didn't even mind. I thought that was hilarious. I loved it.
It really does look like something used to be probably on Adult Swim, like Venture Brothers or something like that in the middle of the night. It's a lot more violent than I thought it would be. Like Joker blows a hole in a guy's chest in the middle of the trailer. It looks like it's going to be a blast. I can't wait for this to come out.
They even got Kevin Conroy to voice Batman in the show.
Yeah, the cast for this is stacked as far as voice actors. They have a lot of good voice actors in this. Yep. They didn't get Tara Strong to do Harley this time. I forgot what her name is.
It's the one from Big Bang Theory. I forgot her name.
Yeah, Kelly Cuoco?
No.
Cuoco.
Kelly Cuoco's. Oh, yeah, Big Bang Theory. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So, no. Oh, I thought it was the Big Bang Theory gal was the one with the glasses.
Well, she did the animated movie
that nobody liked.
Yeah, Batman and Harley Quinn movie.
Yeah, are you sure that's?
No. This time is Cuoco.
It's Cuoco. Okay.
Yeah, Cuoco. Okay. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with that, and I can't wait to see this. I'm all in for this. And I'm not really even a huge animated series guy, but I'm definitely going to be checking this out because I like the tone of this. Let's go on into other news. Who here likes The Walking Dead?
Skip this part.
Okay, so all two of you in the chat, would you be willing to pay, let's say, $20 plus Coke plus popcorn and the hot dog to go see The Walking Dead in the theater?
Nope. If it would have been 5 years ago, maybe. Not now.
Yeah.
I don't know that you could pay me $20 to go see it.
Well, guess what, yeah, bastards, you're gonna go pay for it anyway because a lot of people are gonna go to this because they announced this weekend Walking Dead, the movie, will be released in theater. Come on, guys, really?
I mean, they did announce when Rick left the show that he was going to have movies, but I was under the impression that they were going to be TV movies. Apparently, they're confident enough that they want to air it on theaters and stuff, like actual movie theaters.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's a movie. That's their.
And Michonne's leaving next season, so maybe she'll show up in that movie. I don't know.
The first planned movie centered on the Walking Dead character Rick Grimes will now run in theaters rather than on AMC. The announcement was made with a brief teaser video playing at San Diego. Okay, next thing. Come on. Stop. Let the horse die. Let the horse die already. Please. Okay? Let him die. He is starving and he's in the middle of the desert. Put him out of his misery.
I don't know.
I don't see this. You know what? No, I take it back. I see this being successful in the way that they probably didn't spend too much money on this.
It's a TV. I don't think it has a huge budget compared to other things. Maybe just, I don't know. I hope people see it.
I'm willing to bet they filmed the movie and then somebody at AMC said, why don't we just stick it in theaters? People were dumb enough to go see this.
I mean, if I went and saw Inhumans in IMAX, everything's possible.
I'm so sorry, Gio.
Me too.
I know.
There has to be something better we can talk about.
There are some wounds that just never heal, Gio.
I still feel it in my soul.
Endgame has officially become the #1 film of all time in terms of gross. It has surpassed Avatar.
James Cameron.
Yes. So it's the #1 film, and the gross is what's the total?
What's the final? Yeah.
Through Friday, Avengers Endgame global gross was $2.789 $1.2 billion.
Wow.
Behind Avatar. As of Sunday, Endgame's total was $2.790 billion according to Disney, and that was enough to topple Avatar. So congrats to Disney. I, for one, am happy our mouse overlord has finally achieved his victory.
Now, will Avatar 2, whenever that happens, 100 years from now, will that do as well as the first one? That's an interesting topic.
No.
No,
People are bored with it now.
I agree with that. It still has a following, but it's going to do well. I think it's going to do very well. I just don't think it's going to do Avatar 1 well.
Yeah.
I think a lot of Avatar's success had to do with the fact that we had never seen anything like that at the time, as far as like the 3D and the special effect. Avatar, you look back at it now, it's, with our Infinity and Thanos and everything like that, and you're like, oh, the special effects aren't as sharp as they once were. But at the time, it was really far ahead with special.
What if, just bear with me, what if we build an Avatar cinematic universe and then we do 4 different movies, and at the end, they all come together for Avatar Endgame quadruple edition where they face off against a giant freaking cat alien, and it does like $3 billion, because that Cameron wants to beat the Disney movies now.
I am not going to see that.
You don't want to see a giant Garfield cat against little cats in an alien planet?
Oh, did you say Garfield cat? I didn't hear it was Garfield. If it's Garfield, I'll go see it.
Oh, but no, seriously, Avatar, I haven't seen it since theaters, so
I haven't either.
Yeah, and I own the Blu-ray, but I'm like, whatever. It's there. But I have no interest in watching any more Avatar nonsense.
I still like the first film. I like it for what it is. It's still a good. It's still a fun movie.
It was fine.
Yeah, it's not Shakespeare, but it's a fun movie. I still enjoy it.
It's not that Cats trailer.
Huh?
It's not that Cats trailer.
I haven't seen that yet. That's supposed to be a nightmare.
Oh God, that is
nightmare fuel.
I just want to know what they were thinking when they were filming that, man. Oh my God. Yeah. Ugh.
I gotta see that. And it. They sound like 2 terrifying trailers
for different reasons.
Yeah.
When I woke up that morning, I didn't think the Cats trailer would be more horrifying than the It trailer that was coming out the same day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it's so bad. We already talked about Young Justice real quick. Oh, we didn't talk about this.
Action figures?
No, I don't have any action figure news, Justin. If you wanted, you could bring some action figure news if you want, real quick.
Darkhawk is still dead.
Yeah.
And I still have power! I rule!
And
did you see the Huntress bombshell, Jess?
I did. I saw the little, off to the side. Yeah, that looked cool. I didn't see a close-up of it, though. Do they have a close-up picture of it?
I shared it on our collectibles group thing on our chat.
Oh, in the collectibles chat? Okay, I'll look at that.
It looks amazing. And it's going to look great with, Jesus, the one with the microphone, Black Canary.
Oh.
His Huntress is with her guitar, and you can pair it with Black Canary, and she's singing. So it's going to look really cool. I think you're going to want to order it.
I think I want that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even an action figure guy, and I'm considering that. That sounds cool.
Actually, let me go to the group right now on my phone.
Okay, Brandon Routh, man. This actually caught me off guard because I swore I never thought he'd come back to this. But apparently,
Sorry, quick timeout. I actually have to go, so I'm gonna have to leave here. But you guys continue on, and then best of luck with this marathon episode.
Oh, you're right, Gio. She looks awesome.
I know, right? You're gonna have to
cranking on that thing.
Looks awesome. All right, I gotta go.
Okay, Gio. Thanks.
Take care, guys.
I'm getting this.
Send me a link for that after we're done here, Jess.
Yeah, this is what it looks like.
Ooh,
It's got
Oh,
lots
wow.
of good detail.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Is that about as big as the bombshells you have?
Yeah, it's a bombshell size. Let me. I'll forward it to you right now into the chat. Or do you want me to forward it to you? You.
Send it to Mimi. How much is it?
I just sent it to you. You'll be able to get it for like $80. They're
That's not-
100. That's 125 usually, but you can get them for 80. On various websites. DCBS usually has them for way cheap. Yeah, no bills required for that purchase. Yeah, DCBS usually has them for at least 30% off pre-order.
Yeah, I might bite on that. That looks really good.
Yeah.
I swore I would never think this guy would come back to this, but apparently Brandon Routh, he is coming back to play Superman once more. Deadline is reporting that DC Legends of Tomorrow star Brandon Routh will return as Superman in the CW's Arrowverse crossover Crisis on Infinite Earths. He showed up at San Diego Comic-Con and he had a Superman shirt. However, it wasn't just any Superman shirt. It was the Kingdom Come Superman shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one of my favorite incarnations of Superman. I love that version of Superman, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do. He's obviously going to be playing an older version of Superman, and we'll see what happens. I don't follow the Arrow stuff, but I'm going to watch this.
And wait, was this for Supergirl or for Worlds of Tomorrow? Or for what's I'm sorry, I blanked on where Superman was appearing. Is it for Titans?
It's for the Arrowverse stuff.
Oh, the Arrowverse stuff.
Yeah, it's the CW Arrowverse stuff where they're going to be like Crisis on Infinite Earths or whatever.
Oh, okay, so that might be Worlds of Tomorrow then.
Or Infinite Crisis, whatever it is. So yeah, I'm down for this. I am super, super excited. And I think Routh was actually a pretty good Superman. He was just given a so-so movie.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Given the right movie, he could have done. And it's the same thing. I have the same feelings with Cavill, where I think Cavill would actually make a very solid and very great Superman, but he was just given so-so material to work with.
I also agree with that.
I actually liked Man of Steel.
I did too.
So, given the right material, I think they could do good stuff. Here is okay. So I kind of wish that we had Geo here for this, but we'll work on it. We're diving into the comic stuff real quick. Hickman has announced plans for his X-Men comic run, and basically what is going to entail and what's going to span out of that. It's going to be a lot of different books. And for some reason, I don't have that here. Hold on. I just had it. Where'd it go? What? San Diego Comic-Con. Here it is. Okay. So a whole bunch of X-Men titles were announced this weekend, and a lot of stuff that's going to be actually really exciting. The X-Men flagship title will return October with X-Men #1. Bear in mind, all this stuff is going to be spinning out of the X-Men books that are coming out in the next few. Actually, the first one comes out this week. The first Hickman book. So the first book that's going to come out will be X-Men, and it says, "A new era dawns for the X-Men. The X-Men find themselves in a whole new world of possibility, and things have never been better. Jonathan Hickman, House of X, Powers of X, Secret Wars, and superstar artist Neil Yu, New Avengers, Captain America, reveal the saga of Cyclops and his hand-picked squad of mutant powerhouses." Hickman said that in this particular book, you're going to get, it's just going to be a rotating cast in this. You're going to get a whole bunch of people coming in and out of it. Gabe was super excited because Maggot was shown prominently on the
Gold Balls.
And so I was excited to see Gold Balls. I was like, finally, my boy's getting some love in there. So we got that. And the next one that we have, Marauders. So the Marauders is written by Gary Duggan He did Deadpool. He did a bunch of good stuff. I like his writing. And drawn by Matteo Loli, which is as Guardians of the Galaxy, Despicable Deadpool. And the story centers around the X-Men sail at dawn. Even in this glorious new dawn, mutant kind faces hardships and oppression from their human counterparts. Led by Captain Kate Pryde and funded by Emma Frost and the Hellfire Trading Company, Marauders, Storm, Pyro, Bishop, and Iceman will sail the seas of the world to protect the hated and feared. This sounds ridiculous, and I'm in. I like it.
It's got Emma Frost, so I have to read it.
You are such a shill for Emma Frost. You know?
I am a super. I'm her and what's her name? You know, that one that I love so much, Ileana.
Who?
Ileana, Colossus' sister. What's her?
Magic?
Yeah, Magic and
Kitty?
no, those are my two favorite.
Oh, okay.
Magic and Emma Frost. I love them in everything.
Marauders #1 will hit shelves in October on 2019. This one sounds actually kind of fun, where it's just the X-Men just sailing around the world and doing pirate stuff, I guess.
You have to admit that's an angle that hasn't been covered.
No, it has not, and I'm actually really curious to see that. Excalibur is the next book that was announced. The legendary X-Men title Excalibur returns in October. And all this stuff, Omar would be better suited to announce this, but he's not here. With a new series written by Teenie Howard, Age of Conan, Bellet, Thanos, which that Thanos series is actually really good. You guys should check that out. It's 3 issues in right now. And drawn by Marcus Coe, Age of X-Men, Next Gen, X-Men Blue from the press release. A new day is forged. Mutant kind has always been special, as has their hardship relationship with the worlds around them. As this new era draws, a new connection forms between mutants and the magic of the world, and that of Otherworld. Can the new Captain Britain forge a new way through the chaos with her companions Rogue, Gambit, Jubilee, Richter, and Apocalypse?
I think it's interesting that they're bringing Captain Britain into anything. Has he been in anything even recently, or except I guess Excalibur? Has Excalibur been a big title recently?
I have been out of the X-Men stuff for so long.
Yeah, me too. I'm not one to really talk about him.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I'm not really an X-Men guy. The last thing I've read consistently of X-Men was the Uncanny X-Force stuff, because after that, I just fell off hard. I was like, all right, well, I'm not reading this. I tried the Bendis stuff, didn't work for me too much, and I just fell off after that. And this is a female Captain Britain. It's a different one.
Oh my gosh, I know nothing about her.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. Again, this is more Omar speed, but I am interested in that team up, especially Apocalypse joining that group, and it's not Kid Apocalypse; it's full-grown big bad Apocalypse.
Oh, Captain Britain is Betsy. Oh, okay. Well, this is where I start losing my marbles with Psylocke is Captain Britain. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And it's not Kid Apocalypse. It's like
It's
who
Big
Apocalypse? Big Apocalypse is now an X-Man?
Yeah, apparently. Dude, I don't know.
See, I don't know, man.
I was hoping the Hickman stuff would be like a fresh slate where he would wipe everything clean. And this just sounds like it's getting even more convoluted with 6 ongoing titles. But you know what? I'm going to check them out anyway.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it a shot. But I mean, you really do need one of those boards of string that, keep it all straight.
Okay, the next one, New Mutants. The New Mutants will return to their eponymous, I don't even know what that word means. Series.
It means that's their name.
Oh.
It means the one they're named for. It'll be named New Mutants.
Thank you, Jess. Series in November. As co-written by Hickman and Ed Brisson. I'm definitely picking this up. And drawn by Rod Reese. He did Winter Soldier and Secret Empire. The next generation claims the future. The classic New Mutants, Sunspot, Wolfsbane, Mirage, Karma, Magic, and Cypher get together with a few new friends, Chamber and Mondo, to seek out their missing member and share the good news. A mission that takes them into space alongside the Starjammers. This sounds like something Omar would write after a binge.
After binge drinking?
Yeah.
First of all, I knew Wolfsbane wasn't dead.
Everybody knew Wolfsbane wasn't dead, Jeff.
And there's an X-Men named Mondo.
Apparently, yes.
Maybe we could get prints and glasses and pins from her. And we won't have to keep getting jacked out of them like the real Mondo gallery in Austin.
Go back to that stream where I called it when that whole hullabaloo about her being dead. I was like, she'll come back in like 4 months.
Yeah, well, that wasn't that long ago. That was like 2 months ago, right?
Yeah, it wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 2 more. Come on, I'm taking you through Mordor. Fallen Angels. Brian Edward Hill will take writing duties on Fallen Angels with art from Sizemon. I'm not even going to try. The series will kick off in November from the press release. Not all belong in paradise. Psylocke finds herself in the new world of mutant kind, unsure of her place in it. But when a face from her past returns only to be killed, she seeks help from the others who feel similar to get vengeance. Cable and X-23 join. I'm not going to say that. Quanon? What? For a personal mission that could jeopardize all mutant kind. Yeah, this is a pass for me. I think this is going to be the one I pass.
Wait, I thought Psylocke was British. Captain Britain was Captain Britain. Is this Asian Is this Asian Psylocke?
I don't know. No. This is why I don't read X-Men.
Holy smoke.
This is why I don't read this shit, Jess.
Wow.
I thought it was just going to be Hickman just writing X-Men for like a good period of time.
I thought there was like 2 X-Men books and Hickman was writing them and that was it.
Oh my God. Ugh.
L. Denver, you can be more than one thing, Jess. Well, okay. We've got Asian Psylocke and British Psylocke. Okay, just let me know.
She moonlights as Asian Psylocke. There you go, Jess.
The Psylocke split stuff happened in Charles Soule's astonishing X-Men run. Okay. I don't know that I've read that. Astonishing. Where is his astonishing X-Men run? I'm pretty sure I have it. I'm pretty badly hurt. Okay.
Oh, God, I've got a headache. All right.
Okay, there's a Psylocke split. Okay, I get it. Like everything X-Men, I just go, okay.
Yeah, you're just along for the ride.
Right. Okay, I get it.
All right, God damn it. Last one. X-Force, the Mutant Black Ops team, returns in a new X-Force series written by Benjamin Percy. He wrote Green Arrow and Nightwing. And drawn by Joshua Cassar, Star Wars.
Oh, he can write. I like his stuff.
He's drawing this.
Benjamin Percy?
Oh, no. Benjamin Percy's writing this. Yeah, Percy can write.
Yeah.
The series will hit shelves in November from the press release. The cost of the future isn't cheap. X-Force is the CIA of the mutant world. 1/2 intelligence branch, 1/2 special ops. Beast, Jean Grey, and Sage on one side. Guess that's the intelligence branch. Wolverine, Kid Omega, and Domino on the other. In a perfect world, there would be no need for the X-Force. We're not there yet. I am all in for this. I love this team up.
Okay.
I really dig this team up, especially Kid Omega.
Quentin Quire.
Being on an X-Force team. I dig that concept.
Okay, I'm going to wait until everything gets collected and opinions are made.
Yeah, I like the concept of Quentin Quire because he's probably going to be the oddball. He's going to be the wild card in that team. So.
Okay, so I need to pick up Sewell's astonishing X-Men run if I haven't already. This is why I need CLZ. I could just look at my phone and instead of trying to pick through my stupid collection and find I need CLZ for this.
You would think this would get easier. It feels like it just got harder.
I thought it was supposed to get easier. It just got way harder. That's why I'm not going to pick any of this stuff up until it gets collected and people have viewpoints. Like,
see, I'm a sucker, and I'm probably going to pick up every single first issue and give it a try.
I totally agree with Freddie Alonso that Gwenpool and Jeff the Landshark need to cameo in that. That's from West Coast Avengers, and they were the best thing in West Coast Avengers.
Heel Denver, I think this is going to be Hickman's Water World. I mean, you can read Hickman's X-Men. The first issue comes out. The first issue of like his 12-issue miniseries comes out this Wednesday, and it's going to be bouncing back and forth between two titles for the next few months. It's when October when everything goes to shit and everything gets convoluted again. So we've got Batman Beyond Blu-ray announced. Everybody's going to be picking that up, so we don't have to dive into that. We're almost there, Jess.
No, I'm all right.
All right, Marvel returns to 2099 in a big way.
Here, actually, go right ahead, and I will be right back.
Cool.
Just talk about 2099.
Cool. Marvel Comics is teasing a return to its 2099 timeline, and it picked up on a recent development from this month's Amazing Spider-Man 25. During a retailer event at Comic-Con International San Diego, the publisher shared a 2099 teaser with a November 2019 with Nick Spencer attached. 80 years ago, it was 1939. This is like what the little teaser says. 80 years from now, it will be 2099. November 2099. Cool. In July 10th, okay, so this is kind of a spoiler for this week's Amazing Spider-Man, so if you don't want it ruined, kind of just hit me on mute for a quick second. In July 10th, Amazing Spider-Man number 25, the main story ended with a cliffhanger as Spider-Man 2099 in his classic costume dropped out of the sky, landing on the ground and appearing dead. With that splash page, the caption text read, "The future is dying." So I was a huge fan of the 2099 line growing up as a kid. I haven't really followed Spider-Man 2099. I know he's had a few books over the past recent few years, but I never really stuck with it. So I'm kind of excited about this. I hope they bring back some of the other more obscure 2099 titles. You had, was it Doom 2099, which was written by Warren Ellis. You had Ravage 2099. What else? There was an X-Men 2099 title. So if they're going all in on the 2099 line, I am really, really curious to see what they do with this. Are you buying any 2099 books, Jess?
I don't know anything about 2099.
Okay, me either.
Jake Oldham, we at the beginning of the show we talked reprints already, but we didn't talk anything Hellblazer. Is there a Hellblazer Omni? I did not see that.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. I didn't even know they were. Are they still listing a Hellblazer Omni? That's a lot of collected editions if they're going to go through that whole line. What is it, just over 400 issues?
300 issues.
Hellblazer?
Yeah.
So you're looking at, let's say they do 50 issues of Omnibus, 6 volumes.
Oh, that's nice. Tim Burnham just sent me the in-stock trades links for Astonishing X-Men by Charles Soule. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that.
That's awesome.
There is a Ennis Hellblazer Omni. Oh, okay. Uncanny Durley's going to stroke out if we don't mention The Amazing Spider-Man by JMS Volume 2. That's like the 9th time he said it. So you got it, Uncanny Durley. ASM by JMS Volume 2.
Before you pop a blood vessel, we said it.
Yeah. Okay, good. Ennis Hellblazer Omni. That's great.
Really? Good shit.
That's a big announce. I didn't see that.
I didn't either. No, Jess has not seen the new Picard trailer. Sorry,
No, I
guys.
haven't. I need to.
Yeah, he's not a real Star Trek fan.
Shut up.
Did you by any chance see the Watchmen trailer?
I did not. The HBO thing?
Yeah, I'm interested in this. It looks really good. It looks interesting. Well, it's set. Okay, so it's confirmed this is not taking place in the same Zack Snyder Watchmen universe thing. This is past the books. Like, this is following the book universe.
Mm-hmm.
We know this because in the trailer it references a bunch of the squids. If you know anything about Watchmen, the whole big cataclysmic event in Watchmen is that a giant squid tentacle monster blows up and kills a whole bunch of people, which leads to a whole bunch of but they showed Dr. Manhattan in this, and I wasn't sure if they were going to do Dr. Manhattan in this because I wasn't sure if this was going to be tied really to the comic book and if they were really going to go that far with this because it looked really grounded in reality. And no, he's in this. It's an interesting trailer, man. They've got a lot of deep cuts as far as references to the book. There's one in particular scene where you see Presidents That Matter on the back of a wall. Like, this is a blink and you miss it cameo. And you see Robert Redford's picture on the back. And if you remember Watchmen, at the end of Watchmen, they said that Robert Redford is considering running for president.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there's like a lot
about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of little deep cuts in that trailer, and it looks really, really cool. I'm curious if they're going to stick the landing with this. Like, the whole thing is apparently Veidt is dead. Like, they make a huge thing on the newspaper and everything like that. And it's just a bunch of random snapshots, a bunch of cops fighting people, and superheroes are still on the lam. And I am very curious about this, and I'm going to be watching this.
Well, there's a lot of previews I need to watch, apparently.
Yes, you do. Yes, Jeremy Irons is portraying an older Ozymandias.
And I'm looking forward to the Authority Omni, because I had the crappy old Wildstorm absolutes that were totally incomplete. So I'm looking forward to a complete run. So I'm looking forward to the Authority Omni.
Okay, here's two more things, and we wrap this up.
Okay.
The Eisners were this past week.
That's a good announcement.
Yeah. So we're going to run through the categories real quick, and I'm going to say the winners. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, the Eisners are basically like the Oscars for the comic industry. It's usually given to the top of the top, and they're done every year at San Diego Comic-Con. The winner for Best Short Story goes to The Talk of Saints by Tom King and Jason Fabok and Swamp Thing Winter Special DC, which is just a beautiful story.
Mm-hmm.
Have you read the Winter Special?
Yeah, I have it. Yeah,
that's so good. Best single issue goes to Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 310 by Chip Zdarsky. I was surprised he actually beat out Cthulhuese by Jeff Lemire. And by the way, Zdarsky was apparently blasted when he was on stage. He was hammered drunk. When he was everybody saw him on stage. Everybody's like, "Oh wow, he is gone." Best continuing series. You've read this, I think. Giant Days by John Allison.
Lots of fun. That is a fun book. Just a lighthearted, fun, fresh, just excellent book.
I was listen to the titles that it beat out: Batman by Tom King, Black Hammer, Gasolina, which I've never heard of that one, The Immortal Hulk, and Runaways.
Yeah,
that is a stacked category.
Yeah, it's a fun book.
Best limited series. The winner was. What do you think? What's the obvious winner for best limited series that came out last year?
Best limited series.
12 issues.
Oh, 12. Oh, Mr. Miracle.
Yeah, of course. It's Mr. Miracle.
Yeah, has to be.
Yeah. Best new series. This is the one that we won on this one, Jess. Gideon Falls by Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino.
Freaking great.
It's probably my favorite ongoing right now.
Yeah, I agree. The more I read it, the more unbelievably baffled and intrigued and amazed I am by it.
Mm-hmm. Best digital comic, Umami by Ken Nimura. I don't know what that is.
Umami.
Best webcomic, The Contradictions by Sophie Now. Okay. I have a problem with this next one. Best writer, Tom King took it. My problem with this is that, yes, Mr. Miracle was fantastic. Jeff Lemire. And to me,
Yeah,
Jeff Lemire's output last year was far and away better. And this is nothing against King. He's a fantastic writer.
I agree.
But Jeff Lemire is a guy who, I don't know what he's been doing, or he must have went into the woods and he studied with the masters for like 10 years or something.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But Jesus Christ, last year was
everything he wrote, and he wrote like 5 things that were all not just good, but freaking excellent, like top-notch A+ stuff.
Yeah. It's all stuff that all of the stuff Jeff Lemire wrote last year would be stuff that most writers would kill to have even one of the titles under their belt.
Untouchable. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So let's look at Tom King's output last year. And, it's not always output, it's quality as well. But, okay. So Tom King had Batman, for me.
You're talking about this book?
The So Batman,
my baby.
He had Batman.
And Mr. Miracle.
Mr. Miracle, Mr. Miracle, I can't take anything away from that because it's really great. Heroes in Crisis, a so-so event that not many people are going crazy for.
I did not read that, so I can't comment on it.
Swamp Thing Winter Special, which was very beautiful. It's a very good one-shot. Let's go to Jeff Lemire.
Yeah.
Black Hammer, Age of Doom. Dr. Star and the Kingdom of Lost Tomorrow. Quantum Age. Descender. Gideon Falls and Royal City in one fucking year.
Did he do Sherlock Frankenstein last year, or was that the year before?
I think that might have been the year before. I can't confirm.
Okay.
Jess, that output in 1 year.
That's crazy.
You could pick up any one of those books right now, a volume 1, and I would give you a guarantee that you would love them.
Yeah, absolutely. All of those are amazing.
So again, not taking anything away from King. He's a fantastic writer, but this was Lemire's year for me.
Yeah, I agree. Not taking away anything from Tom King. He's still my favorite Batman writer ever. But yeah, I think that it was Jeff Lemire's year. And none of those books had anything to do with hockey.
He does love his hockey. The highlighter, if Robert Kirkman gets best writer next year, you will know the race is fixed.
Oh my gosh, they'll do that on purpose just to kill me.
Best writer and artist goes to Jen Wang. Wang. The best penciler and inker goes to Mr. Gerard. Yeah, that he deserves that. Yeah, because that was beautiful stuff in Mr. Miracle. Best cover artist, Jen Bartel for Blackbird and Submerged.
Oh yeah, Blackbird's great.
I need to read that.
It's really good.
Best coloring goes to Matt Wilson.
For what book?
Black Cloud, Paper Girls, The Wicked and the Divine, The Mighty Thor, and Runaways.
Wow, that's some kind of resume.
Yeah, that's a very good resume. Best painter / multimedia artist for interior art goes to Dustin Nguyen for Descender. Win. Excuse me. Stuff is beautiful in there. Best lettering, Todd Klein.
Mm-hmm.
Best academic / scholarly work goes to Sweet Little, I can't say that on here, the graphic work of Julie Doucette.
Oh, yeah. She's a piece of work.
Have you heard of this?
Yeah, I know who she is. I've been following her work for a long time. She's an independent whack job.
Really?
Yeah, she's her own person for sure.
So that's pretty much it as far as the Eisners. Again, a little disappointed in their decision to go with King over Lemire. You know, we'll see how things shake out. And the very last thing was involving actually Hickman. And I wanted to get your take on this. Jonathan Hickman made some statements over the past week. He thinks it's a big mistake that Marvel Comics takes cues from Marvel Studios. Jonathan Hickman is, huh?
Oh, no, I thought you were done. Go ahead.
Jonathan Hickman isn't mincing words when it comes to what he sees as the faults in the way Marvel Comics takes advantage of the immense mainstream popularity of the Marvel Studios films. He had this to say. I think one of the big mistakes that some people make at Marvel Comics is that we are reactive to what they're doing in the Marvel films, said Hickman. We should not be taking our creative cues from the direction they're taking things in the movie. That kind of defeats the point.
I agree with that, but can you give me some concrete examples of that?
You know, not off the top of my head.
See, I agree with that 100%, but I'm not aware of any of that. So if you can give me examples of that, then I agree with it. But I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any stuff pulled from the movies into the comics, or direction from the movies that the comics take. And admittedly, I am a collected edition reader, so I'm a little bit behind, but eventually I catch up and I see everything, the direction everything's going. I haven't seen any evidence of that. I agree with it, but I just haven't seen any evidence of it. So if there is evidence of it, then I totally agree with it.
Well, for me, I think the most obvious one, like off the top of my head, is Peter Quill. The Peter Quill we had in Annihilation was completely different.
Okay, I agree with that.
Than the Peter Quill we have today, in after Guardians of the Galaxy, the film came out. Same thing goes for Drax, and same thing goes for a lot of those other Guardians characters. Now writers are writing them trying to ape the style that is the films. We're seeing that a lot.
Okay. Yeah, well then I'm not up for it.
You know,
but I will. Unless it's for the better, if it helps. I don't want to say if it helps the book sell. If it helps the writer write the character, make him a more interesting character, and that helps the book sell, then yeah, I'm up for it if it makes the character more interesting. But if it's just blatant pandering to a movie audience, then no, I'm not up for it. If it turns out the movie version is a more interesting version than the comics version, then that might be more interesting to me. I did read the Peter Quill. I have been reading the Peter Quill Annihilation, War of Kings type character. And yeah, he is leagues different than the Guardians of the Galaxy one. Everybody is much different in the space opera that I'm reading than the Guardians of the Galaxy. However, that doesn't make him any less interesting to me. But yeah, I agree with that we shouldn't push him in the direction of the movies if it's just pandering to the movie audience.
Yeah. I mean, Hickman also went on to say that they have $1 billion to play with, and we don't. You can't compete in that matter, and you shouldn't. The writer continued. My argument has been that I should always be way out in front of that stuff. All of that stuff is being drawn from source material, which makes sense. I get what he's saying. That you, as a writer, I think what he's getting at is that as a writer in Marvel and DC Comics, you always have to be 2 steps ahead of what the movie stuff is doing, because they're for the most part they're mining a lot of that stuff, a lot of those old classic stuff, and in some instances even newer stuff. I mean, we just got an announcement for female Thor. Female Thor is a character that hasn't been around. That's been around only what, 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
So he also said it goes back to, are you being destructive or are you being additive? If you're being additive and you're on the book, it's inevitable that some of that stuff is going to get used, Hickman said. When Marvel Films gets around to the X-Men and we've done interesting things, interesting stuff, and they want to use it, that's awesome. If they don't, then they don't. One makes your job expendable. The other one makes you priceless. I like having value to my work.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down
sense.
for that.
Makes sense. I mean, look at the stuff that they pulled from Infinity. For Infinity, the Black Order stuff, that was all Hickman.
Yeah.
You know, all those characters came from that event. So,
but they pulled that from the comic.
Right.
Yeah.
They, like the Black Order, like Corvus Glaive, all those guys, they came from Hickman's run. So it makes sense what he's saying. It's, you want to make yourself so valuable that, like, if your stuff gets used for the movie, they can always kind of trace it back to you, is my understanding of what he's saying. And that way that adds more value to you.
Yeah. Totally agree. Ooh, Chris M delivering a big compliment to you, Lou.
Thank you. And that's it, man. I mean, that's, unless I'm missing something else. I mean, there was a whole bunch of other stuff. We could be here all day with it, like the Witcher trailer and things like that. And but that was generally like the big stuff that I was able to find. If I'm missing anything, let me know in the comments. If you got a few minutes, Jess, we could do some quick questions.
We can do some questions if you want. I got 5 minutes.
Okay. It depends on who explores the characters better, though. I'm down if the MCU never do what they did to Carol Danvers in the comics. I'm not going to talk about that. My comments on that book have been burned to death. Oh, yeah. Jess, Alan Moore is retiring from comics one more time.
He's like the Who. The Who is retired from music touring like 7 times.
Oh, my God, man.
If you're really retiring, thanks for your service. You did great. If you're not, I'll believe it when I see it.
Oh man, he took a swing at Comicsgate in his last book.
Oh, he did?
He posted a false letter.
Oh, I saw that. That was awesomely funny.
Oh, it was so good.
It was really funny.
It was perfect.
Yeah, it was funny. Is he going to just write prose now, or?
I think he has a prose book out, doesn't he?
No, I know, but I mean, is he just going to write prose books now and not comic books?
Who knows, man? This is like the 4th time Alan Moore has retired from comics. He'll be back in a few years.
Oh yeah, Mary Jane's getting a book by Leah Williams.
Yes,
who we love. She's doing Gwenpool, I think, too, right?
Yes, she is.
We need to get her on the show somehow.
Yes, we do. He'll retire when he's in his grave. Where can I see this fake letter? I'm pretty sure if you just type Alan Moore Comicsgate, it'll come up. Let me see if I can find it.
Joe Latore, yes, we did. At the beginning of the show is when we mentioned those things. Also, Wolverine by Claremont and Miller are getting reprinted.
Okay, here we go. Writer Alan Moore seems to set to retire with the release of The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, another one, The Tempest #6, on which he's working with artist Kevin O'Neill. Have you ever read those League books?
Yeah, they're fun.
Are they really?
They're a blast. I love them.
Huh, I'm gonna have to check that out. However, the legendary comics writer didn't leave the business without making a statement on Comicsgate. He wrote, the letter reads, Dear Al and Kev, as a middle-aged conservative incel sitting wedged behind my keyboard trolling Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez with my Batman t-shirt covered in Pringles, can I just ask with a straight face why you're leaving the comics business? Yours, Hiram J. Comicsgate III, what? Oklahodiho? The response from Moore and O'Neill is an eloquently tongue-in-cheek response, reading at one point, You're the most intelligent and appreciative we could have ever hoped for. Oh, I love Alan Moore. Shang-Chi actor. Da-da-da. Yes, Joe, we mentioned all that stuff. We're about to wrap up in a few minutes.
I haven't heard anything about any Jeff Lemire properties going the streaming broadcasting route, but I bet it's just a matter of time.
If it hasn't already, I'm betting Black Hammer is going to get something going soon.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
I think Black Hammer got picked up for Legendary a few months ago.
Oh, did it?
I think it did for Legendary Pictures.
Oh, okay.
Which I would like to have seen that more as a TV show.
I do. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I think the material lends itself more to that. So what are you all looking forward to the most for Phase 4?
Darkhawk 1 and 2.
Thor for me.
Thor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think me too.
Yeah. Chris M, if I wish I could tell you. I'm up to date on it, and even I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I love it so much.
Yeah, but you read it in collected editions. So
I do, yeah.
Yeah, you're a few issues behind that book. Oh man. You are in for a mind fuck when you read that. It goes places.
Okay.
It's really good stuff.
This is probably a good time for me to mention InStockTrades.com, IST, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalties. What am I trying to say? Wow. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. I totally blanked on that. I apologize, IST. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. There's always an extra discount code for OmniBros every quarter. Order $50 or more in an order, and you get free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Yoing! I don't know what happened there. I couldn't think of the words. Words not come to me.
Dude,
well,
it's been a few months since you dropped the ball on that. You have that thing down pat usually.
Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. There we go. Yeah, I usually have it down, but this one, I got tripped up on. It happens.
They can't all be winners, man. You still nailed it. You recovered. You know what? You recovered, and you still closed it at the end.
Right. Well, my daughter's here to play and finish, I think, Horizon Zero Dawn. So,
Woo-hoo.
Everybody's blaming it on Darkhawk behind me. That's funny. So, Lou, where can they find you?
You're going to wake up one morning and that Darkhawk is just going to be staring at you next to you.
Don't even start. I'll be part of the next Conjuring. The little Darkhawk doll's running in my house.
And you know what the funny thing is? I could see one of us just messaging your wife on Facebook, going, "Hey, just move it around the house, just every once in a while."
Oh, that'd be so awesome! You shouldn't have said anything. Oh, God, that would have freaked me out if I woke up and Patty had moved Darkhawk into my bedroom. Oh, that would have been awesome. I would have flipped the flip out.
Do you think she would have done it?
Oh, she would have, yeah. Oh, my God, that would have freaked me out.
You can find the Darkhawker. You can find me at Comics God 101 on Facebook and Twitter. Jess, Where can they find you? And please pimp your new horror podcast out because I've been enjoying that a lot.
Oh, thank you very much. You can find me on Omnidog's Vault on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, Omnidog_Vault. And every Saturday, Jenny and I, my friend, do a walk in the woods at midnight, our horror movie review. We usually put that up around 1 p.m. on Saturday, where the two of us analyze and review horror movies. And next Saturday, we're going to be doing The Blackcoat's Daughter.
Ooh.
Have you seen that?
I've not, but I've heard good things.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. So thank you for suggesting that, Lou. I appreciate that.
Of course. I saw the Golem review. Good stuff, man.
Oh, thanks. And tomorrow at 8 p.m., OmniBros has reads, previews, and hauls at 8 p.m. on this channel, the Omni Persons Network Collector, whatever this is. What is this called again?
I don't even know anymore. Guys, if you're out there and you're super huge fans of what we do and love what we do, why don't you give us a share, give us a like, subscribe to us, ring that little bell. It helps you get notifications, even though we know the notifications have been a little wanky lately. We've had a lot of people say they haven't been notified. And also, if you listen to us on iTunes or any of your online podcasting service, please give us a review. Give us a 4-star, 5-star review, whatever you want to give us. But it helps get the word out, and it helps us in the long haul.
Right. All right. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to the viewers. Chat was really good today. We appreciate all our viewers. And as usual, peace and love. Peace and love.
Bye.